the shuttle, and it's like 20-30 minutes away from me where the shuttle was. I thought it was gonna be at my recruiter's office, but apparently not. So we're going to the shuttle, and then I just texted him now. I was like, am I taking the test when I get there, or like, is there a certain time later on? So he was like, nah, whenever you get there. So I'm sure I'll just go through everything, take the test, and then they'll tell me what to do and how to get to the hotel and blah, 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 blah. Once I get on the bus, it's gonna be go time, and yeah, it's pretty. How you feeling? Right. I'm just ready to get this over with now. I'm ready. You ready? Yeah. She ready. Okay, just got to where the shuttle is, or I think he said it's just like a big van or something like that. And then yeah, that's pretty much. Ooh, your car sounds. Right here, the pool supply. And then I don't know what I'm waiting for or whatever. You know, that's the other thing. Recruiters not be given a whole bunch of detail. It's kind of just like figure it out on your own, which is fine, but I'm trying to know what to do. So it's like 12:20. The whatever's supposed to be here around 1, so we'll wait until I see something. Just turned 1 and the bus ain't here, or the van or the shuttle, whatever, ain't here yet. They gave me a address, which is like across from an Army and a Marine thing, recruiters, but no bus yet. It's supposed to be here at 1, so I don't know, we'll see. Are you the only one? Bye, Minga! That's a see you later!
I was walking with the ghost.
Okay. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Dominga Shataun. If you are new, hi, my name is Dominga, and if you are returning, hey guys, what's up? I'm about to start getting into this little video here. Okay, so it is kind of late, but I wanted to come on here because I was just at MEPS yesterday and it's fresh in my mind, so I wanted to just get it out on video so that way I can just remember everything, or at least most of the things. I took the test on the 21st. Basically, I rode up there in a shuttle, which was really just a van, and then got there around maybe 3 or 4, took the ASVAB, finished the ASVAB on the test, and then I had to do like a computer literacy test as well right after the ASVAB, and then another test which is like TAPAs or something, which is kind of like a aptitude personality test type of thing. I think you can just like look it up or whatever. I think it was like the last one there, so everybody is pretty much gone at this point. Real quick, I am tired, but I'm trying to get this video out, so bear with me. And it's so hot. I gotta, hold on. Let me just tell you guys right now, I'm tired. But I needed to come on here because it's gonna leave my mind. I'm gonna forget, so bear with me. I'm just gonna look a hot mess. I'm about to go to sleep, but I need to come on here. This is what y'all gonna get. All right, whatever. So I leave ASVAB. I leave MEPS maybe around 6, and it's me and like 5 other guys. We drive to the hotel in a big charter bus. It takes about like 20 minutes to get to the actual hotel. We get to the hotel. We have to go to this one room where we sign our names. After we sign our names, we have to read this long sheet of like what's expected of you. You can't go into the guys' room, guys can't go into the girls' room, all that stuff. Basically, act appropriately at the hotel. Things you should already know. My recruiter, I accidentally called him because I had to write down the number, and like I had to write down my recruiter's number, but I accidentally called him and then I hung up, and he called me back and he was like, hey, I'm like, sorry, I accidentally called you. He goes, no, I actually wanted to tell you that you're not going to be able to dep in tomorrow because you have to get a waiver. I'm like, what? What you talking about? And he goes, you have to get a waiver because so my paperwork's been approved for the eczema stuff, misdiagnosed with eczema stuff, because if y'all don't know, I was misdiagnosed with eczema. I had to get paperwork approved. However, I still have to go back now and get a waiver from SG, Surgeon General. So yeah, I have to go back and get a waiver. So that's what he told me that night. And I was just like, okay. So he's like, so you can do the physical, you just can't swear in. We'll have to do another, you'll have to go back to MEPS for that at another time after you do the waiver and get the waiver. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like at this point I was like, let me just finish the physical and then that's fine. And then I told him the score, I got a 75 and he was like, cool, cool, cool. Nice score. And I was like, thanks. And then, yeah, so they gave us a meal ticket voucher and a room key. And I was like the last girl to show up. So I didn't get a roommate. So I just had a room by myself. So that was nice. It would have been cool with a roommate too, but I just thought like, to decompress, you could just have a room by yourself. That was cool. And yeah, I got a veggie wrap, and basically the veggie wrap, I just, first of all, it came with a whole bunch of fries, and I was like, I did not read the thing apparently because I did not see there was a whole bunch of fries. And I told all the guys I was sitting with, I was like, one of y'all gonna eat these fries. So one guy was like, yeah, throw it on my plate. And he was eating like a big bowl of, what was it? It was like Alfredo pasta, whatever. And I just threw the fries right on his thing and he ate that up. I think he might have had to gain weight, maybe, I don't know, but whatever. So he ate that. And then my wrap came with it, but it was in like a tortilla wrap. So I took the tortilla off and I just ate the vegetables that were inside, which was fine. And then after that, I went up to my room, which was really nice. I'll insert my footage. So I guess your girl is getting her own room. It's really nice. I'm getting my own room in here in the hotel. Just finished taking the test. Just finished all the testing, the ASVAB testing. Now I'm gonna go to sleep. I have a call time. I have to be downstairs by 4. I'm just gonna go wake up around 3:30 probably, be downstairs around 4, and then the bus is gonna be here to take us back to MEPS around 5:10 or something, and the physical will be tomorrow. But before that, I'll show you guys the room that I have by myself because I was like the last girl, so yeah. Have my own living room. So you walk in the door, I got a couch, I got, you know, table, I got a whole TV that I'm probably not gonna watch, a sink. Ooh, they really hooking it up. Oh, a mini fridge that I can't use. Hey. Let's see. Where's the lights? There's no lights. Okay. This is the bathroom. All right. Okay. Now I really need a light though. Ow. I got 2 big old beds in here. There you go. There you go. And that's it. Do I have a view? Oh yeah, the dock. Yeah, nice. And this is basically it. So really cool. Really cool. It was a really nice room. I really liked it. So then I went downstairs to the gym. Some people were telling me not to work out, it kind of just depends on you or whatever, but I weighed myself after that and I was 177. I'm like, okay, well I just ate, I had some water, I just worked out, like I probably just am retaining. In the morning, the weight will go down, that's fine. All right, I'm in the hotel now. I'm gonna go to sleep. It is 9:13. I gotta get up. They said they're gonna give me a wake up call at like 4. I'm putting alarms on because I don't trust it, whatever. But yeah, your girl's gonna go to sleep. Hopefully I'm able to do everything tomorrow, go through it, yep, and we'll see. I'm probably not gonna be able to do any kind of recording or anything, which I ain't gonna tell you all that. So yep, I'll be back home tomorrow with some info, with some more info. So yep, I'm gonna sleep now. Okay, bye. So I set an alarm for 3:30. They said there was gonna be a wake up call at 4, but just to be safe, I set an alarm for 3:30, woke up at 3:30. I laid out everything that I brought. I hung up all the clothes that I was gonna wear. I put my shoes, my bra, my underwear, my headband, everything on the counter so I could put it on and be done. So I went to sleep around 9:30, 10. 10 is like 9:50. I probably actually like fell asleep. You know, I'm just like in bed thinking or whatever. And I think it helped because the workout earlier, I think, helped me fall asleep. And then I took a shower. I always end my showers with cold water, if you didn't know. So that's one thing. Sleep, woke up at 3:30. I was dressed before they even called the room to be like, this is your wake up call. I was like, I'm dressed. All right, it is 3:40 right now. I am actually up before they called me because I set an alarm for 3:30. I'm up right now. Probably gonna be tired throughout the day, but I'm up. What I'm wearing, I got this like polo shirt. I don't know if you guys can see. This polo shirt from Walmart. It's perfect. Like, there ain't nothing on it. And then these are black jeans, but they're really stretchy. My stomach's kind of bloated right now. I had food last night, but it was literally a veggie wrap, and I just took the wrap off. And I had the veggies, but then I went to go run a little bit, but my stomach's still bloated, but that's okay. And then actually, I'll bring you over here so you can see the full look. So these, my cloud forms, actually I might wash them up real quick because bottoms are kind of dirty. These are some stretchy jeans, and this is a polo shirt. And that's literally it. I look tired, I know. And that's it. That's basically it. I might have to redo this. I did twists because they're easy and I could just redo them, which I might. And that's it, y'all. That's it. I look tired, I know. But I might redo like the front ones or whatever. But that's basically it. I look like a tomboy. For real, for real. And that's all, because you can't have makeup or whatever. So that's fine. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go downstairs. They have breakfast. I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually eat the breakfast, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. So then we had to be downstairs at 4:30 for breakfast. They had a whole spread, good food, whole spread food. Basically, I had a piece of bacon and like a hard-boiled egg and some hot water with lemon, just so I can get my throat on point, you know, and that was it. I saw some people just grubbing. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, a continental breakfast, but a real continental breakfast where it was just real food, not just like a banana and some Activia yogurt, you know, so like real breakfast. So a lot of them probably had to like, you know, put on the weight, or they were at a fine weight where they could just eat whatever the heck they wanted. So people were doing that. And we all had to get on the bus. All the girls left on one charter bus and the boys left on another, but we were all going to the same place. For the girls, it was me and maybe like 5 other girls that left from the hotel to MEPS. And then the guys, there was like, I don't know, 30 guys or something like that on their bus. Bus ride was about 20 minutes. The bus got to MEPS. At MEPS, it was like 5 a.m., maybe like 5:20 a.m. And outside the bus, we can see on the street or like part of the parking lot or whatever, there's signs. So it says Air Force, Coast Guard, Army, Marines, Navy. So you have to go off the bus, stand in your line. Mind you, it's freezing, you guys. It's freezing. I brought my jacket, which is this jacket right here. I got this when I was in Texas, just traveling with Janelle, and I didn't bring a good enough jacket. I got this from Walmart, and it is so soft, and it's from the men's section because female jackets suck. So this jacket right here, what is this? Swiss Tech. It's a medium, and it's like, oh, it's like wool or whatever. And this is what I wore. So we were standing outside. It was freezing, okay? Freezing. And There was probably the most people in the Navy section, maybe like 30 guys and like 1 girl, and then a lot of people in the Army section, and then the Marine section had maybe like 10 people. Coast Guard maybe had like a couple people, and then Air Force, it was like me and like 4 people. So I think probably we were the smallest, and then it kind of just went up from there how many people were there. So we stood outside. I just kept quiet. I just know from all the videos that I watch, you just keep quiet. You just keep it quiet. Don't say anything, just listen. So I was listening. I had on some black jeans, okay? And when a lady came around, she came around to check our paperwork, because your recruiter's gonna tell you what paperwork you need to have. She came to check our paperwork, and she was like, can you turn around for me? And so I turned around, I was like, oh no, because they were kind of like cropped. My jeans were cropped a little, and I was like, crap, I needed longer jeans. So I was like, she's like, do you have another pair? I was like, I do, but they're cropped as well. It was like, they were low, it just had a little bit of ankle showing, just a little bit, and both of them did. And she's like, no, it's not the crop. She was like, those jeans, like they could mistake them for leggings. But she was like, well, you should be fine, but just tell them if you do have another pair, you can change into them. I ended up not having a problem. Nobody cared. I mean, they saw that they were jeans. It was just, the material looked more spandexy. It was just, they were just stretchy jeans, but they were jeans. They weren't, let me see if I have them. They were like this material jeans, you know, and they're just a little stretchy, but that was it. I didn't have a problem with it. But, so pro tip, your recruiter should tell you. If he doesn't, I don't know why, or she doesn't, I don't know why. Your recruiter should tell you wear appropriate clothing. What's the appropriate clothing? I might do a video on this, another video on this separately. But one girl got in trouble because she was wearing joggers, like Adidas joggers or something like that. And the guy who was talking was like, what are you wearing? And she was like, what? And he goes, didn't your recruiter tell you what to wear? She goes, yeah, he told me to wear something comfortable. And he was like, well, you can't go in there with those. You need to go change. You can't come inside with that. So mind you, we're still outside. It's freezing. So she ran, I guess, to her car. I don't know if she got jeans. I didn't see her again because there was just so many people. But hopefully she had an extra pair of clothes in her car. So no leggings, no sweatpants. Basically, it should just be like jeans. Just wear yourself some nice jeans, but not like super tight, you know. I'll probably do a video on that. And then one girl in the Marines, Army or Navy, one of those, she was wearing thigh-high heel boots. I don't know who. So she had to change. So she came back with some tennis shoes. Okay, waiting. So then they were like, okay, 2 lines. So we started walking to the front of the building. Front of the building had, he basically had us wait in front of the building. He gave us name tags. The name tags had our name on it, branch, everything like that. And they were like, peel the sticker off, put the name tag on you, and the trash piece, do not throw that on the ground. They're like, you will throw that in the trash can before you walk in because that's your ticket in. Okay, that's how they said it. So we were walking in. When I got in, threw it in the trash, walked in, and you wait into the line when you're inside. Again, this is just my experience. This is my MEPS experience. It could be different for your MEPS. I don't know. I'm just giving you my experience. So then threw it in there. Everybody's lining up. One boy comes in and they're like, hey, where's your ticket? He goes, what? I'm like, where's your name tag? He's like, what? They go, where's your name tag? He's like, I threw it away. Like, what do you mean you threw it away? They told me to throw it in the trash can. That was my ticket in. And they're like, no. In my head, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, no, not already. No. So he thought they meant throw the whole thing in the trash. No. It was you take it off like a regular sticker, put the name tag on you, and throw the back part in the trash. He threw the whole thing away. Okay, it was 5 a.m., but come on. You gotta pay attention. Pay attention. That was the first thing where I was like, oh, great. Because the whole time people were like, you just have to listen and pay attention. Listen and pay attention. Do what they say. And so it was easy, but you gotta be awake. At this point, some people look like they were Probably how I look like right now, tired. But they just were like half asleep. When I woke up at 3:30 at the hotel, I was up. I was up, okay? Yeah, so that was the first mistake that I encountered from somebody, so that was kind of crazy. Another thing is, I have never said yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, more in my entire life, and I'm just so glad I remembered because people were getting chewed out if you weren't. Not like crazy, but like, they're like, oh, what? It seemed like, oh, yeah, I did. Yeah or yes? Oh, yes, sir. Like, they'll keep correcting you. So don't say yeah. I'm like, yeah, for sure, all this stuff. I'm used to saying yeah. I'm just used to it. Even if it's like really polite, I'm just like, oh, I'm like, no, yes. Yes, sir, no, sir, all that. So just remember that. Just practice. Literally practice. When I was on the shuttle, I was saying yeah to the shuttle driver, and he was like, what? And I'm like, oh, yes. So I literally practiced before I went in there, and then the whole time I was in there, it was yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. That's it. Which is good anyway. It's just I just not used to it right now because that's just not the environment I'm in. But it'll come easy to you when you go. Just practice. For us, they wanted us to have out our ID, our social security card, and then a form that your recruiter gives you and everything, and you'll have your forms, whatever. When we first go in, we put our backpacks in these little cubbies, leave everything in there. You can't have your phone out, nothing like that. Then we go back in line. Then they say if you're here for a full physical or like, I guess half or something. I don't know. I was there for a full physical. So I went into the one room where the full physical people were. They gave us more paperwork. They took our blood pressure. They asked how old we are. They asked what we scored on the test, if we took the test the day before. So I told them that. Oh, I guess I should tell you. So I took this, I totally forgot to say. So I took the test. I got a 75 on the test. Not as good as I got last time with my 80, but we'll take it because I didn't have a long study thing, and we sit in a room, fill out paperwork. First thing I get, we get okay, so we have the sticker with our name on it and everything, and then you get a little sticker on the side. You have to like put it on the right side where they tell you, and you know, do what they say. So we put the sticker on, and there's like 5 bubbles. I think it's different for different MEPS, obviously, but like there's 5 bubbles, and everywhere you go, you put the, you like fill it in after you've done with the station. So I got my eyes checked. I had to read a paragraph, and they're basically, it's just like a paragraph about like this big, and you just read it. Make sure, I'm guessing if you don't have any speech impediments, if you could just making sure you can read and stuff like that. And then I did the eye test where you're looking in, and they're like, read line 9, and then they're like, how can you read this? And then it's like, they do something where it's lines coming down and then lines coming up, and then it's like, when did they intersect? And you're supposed to tell them like what thing they intersect at. And then they do a depth perception where there's like different, there's different, how do I explain this? Think of like little squares like this. And in the squares, there's little round bubbles. You can like look it up online too. And then some of those bubbles are popping out, okay? In each line, 1 bubble is popping out, and you have to decide which bubble is popping out. So I pretty much got all of them correct. I think the last one I messed up on, like the last one. I just didn't, but I mean, he was like, pretty much, you're right. I had 20/20, and everything was good on there. So we did the hearing test. Oh, and then they make sure you're not colorblind, and they like, if you guys ever seen like the colorblind test with the dots and the numbers in them, you have to say what the number is. They do that. And what next? They did the hearing test. You're in this room. I was in a room with 3 different people, and it's like a sound booth. It's like a sound booth. If you've ever been in like a music studio type of thing, like a sound booth, kind of like that. And you're sitting on there, put the headphones on. They tell you exactly which ear you need. It's just a lot of paying attention, guys, okay? Just keep that. It's just a lot of repetition of listening to what they have to say. put it on, and every time you hear a beep, you click the button. You click the button. Now, I've watched videos where they're like, oh, you got to click the button every 3 seconds. I pretty much heard heard it each time. Because when I looked at my paperwork, I think I got it, except for maybe the highest of high. I'm not sure. But when I couldn't hear anything, I like pressed the button, because it's like you kind of think you're hearing something, but it's not. And so like I had the guy in my ear, it's like an automated thing. It's like, you are pressing the button when there is no sound. Because one time I like thought I heard it. So I was like pressing it, and it was like, there's no sound. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm just like, yeah. But I have heard other people that was like, just press it. So you're gonna have to watch different videos on that. You should be able to hear it, most of it. So then we go back to the room, sitting in the room, filling out paperwork. They're doing slideshows on different things, you know, policies, sexual harassment, stuff like that, what you're going to be doing today, all that, filling out paperwork. Then we all have to stand up and do a breathalyzer. After you're done with the breathalyzer test, they'll send you out to do your next step. So we do the breathalyzer test. That was fine. You just blow into the little tube, and then you go out. The breathalyzer test, you just have to make sure you blow hard enough, because like when I first did it, I like got out of breath because I didn't know you had to hold it for that long. So I was like, and they're like, no, do it again. Because they're like, take a deep breath and really like blow hard. So I go be sent outside. Then I talk to one doctor. He basically goes over my paperwork. And I already know what's on my paperwork, because your recruiter should give you the paperwork and say like, this is what you have on your paperwork, you know, this is what they're going to ask you about. So I basically just memorized everything that was on my paperwork, and I was like, okay, I know what I'm going to be talking about, and I know what I'm going to, what's a yes, what's a no, like all that stuff. I know what's on my paperwork. You're not going to trip me up, okay? So that's how I kind of thought of that like that. But he was basically asking questions, just like, have you ever done drugs, ecstasy, all this stuff? Have you ever, what was it, like, were you depressed or something? So all those were like, no. Like, next part, I'm sitting with a whole group of people. If you're looking at it, like if somebody just came in and they didn't know what was going on, they'd probably think it looked really chaotic. But because everybody was kind of on their own pace, it's just like, when you're done with this, you go to this, then you're doing this. And the guys and girls are like separated on some things they're doing together, like, so it's all different. So an outsider looking in, it's gonna be like, this looks chaotic. But if you're paying attention and you're listening and you know what you're supposed to be doing, then it's like, okay, it all makes sense. Once you just have to be alert. Every seat, like there's just rows of seats everywhere. Make sure you guys are filling it in. Don't, at least this is how it was for me when I went, don't leave any spaces between seats. Once somebody leaves and goes to the next one, you take their spot and you all move over, okay? Yeah, so like one girl got her blood drawn. They're like, hey, move. Like, so I had to move to her seat, and everybody moves down like that. Then I got my blood drawn, and she was just like, do you feel wheezy with blood? Do you not like needles? And I was like, no, I'm fine. She looked and she's like, okay, we'll just do this arm. Like, you could choose, but they'll look and see which one's better. And so then you hold a little squeegee thing. If you've never gotten your blood drawn, they usually give you like a little, it's like a stress ball type thing, but you're supposed to like squeeze it, and they'll tell you to hold it. They put this wrap around your arm, like an elastic band, and tighten it so that way the blood will get to your vein here, and then they should, you know, do what they got to do, throw that needle in. I don't get like crazy wheezy or whatever. Does it hurt if you've never gotten your blood drawn, which some of them have not, some of the people that were there weren't? It's a needle going in, so it's like, it's just like uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. And because it's staying in there, it's not like a shot where it's like in and out. It has to stay, and then they fill up a vial. They only filled up one vial of blood until like, that was like for HIV testing, like stuff like that. But it was fine. I was like, how many bottles? And she was like, just one. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I don't look, I can look, but I just don't like to. So it's not like I get queasy. I'm just I'm not interested. And then it was over before you know it, and you should be fine. If you do feel, she'll be like, do you feel lightheaded or whatever? And you can tell her I wouldn't. It's fine, guys. You're gonna be cool. It's one little vial. You're good. Nah, you good. You don't need it. Just make sure you eat a little bit before, and you do drink a little water, because you're gonna need those veins to be there. Because if they can't find a vein, or if your veins are too tight because you haven't, like, you're too dehydrated, they won't be able to do it. And if you can't do it that day, you might get sent home because they have to do a blood test. So just keep that in mind. After that, I went back in line. It's just a lot of lines and sitting and stuff like that. So I went back in line, and one of the guys was like, okay, Harris, can you pee now? I was like, I don't know. So I went to the bathroom with the lady. This was for the pee test. And she's like, okay, you have to pee in this. It was like a little cylinder you gotta pee in, little plastic cup. But it was like, she wanted it like this much. I was like, I gotta fill it all the way up to that line, like a lot. And I was like, dang, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I've been, you know, trying to lose weight. And so I've been in the saunas like that. I'm like, dang. And I didn't really drink too much water, like in the morning. Remember, I just had the hot water and some, or warm water and some lemon. I was like, I don't think I could fill it up. And she's like, okay, well, I need the whole thing. Like, you can't just pee half of it and then come back later. You can't do that. So she's like, okay, go outside, drink some water, and go walk up and down the hall until you feel it. So I drank a whole bunch of water, okay? Walked up and down the hall, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. I was like, okay, go down to the whatever office and go get some bottles of water. So I got one bottle of water, walked up and down, chugged it. It was like it was 16 ounce. I was like, done. I was like, okay. So then I drank 2 of those. So altogether, it was like a liter of water that I drank. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready. So tips for the bathroom, for MEPS bathroom. Okay, guys, don't do anything until they tell you what to do. All right. So for the girls, or at least what they had me do, and I saw other videos on this as well. She's like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the cup, take the lid off. You can put the cup on the side. There was like a little handrail, put it on the side, and put the little paper on the seat, unless you wanna hover. But I was like, no, I don't wanna hover, because in my head, I'm thinking, like, if I hover and try to hold it, like, usually I hover in public bathrooms, but I was like, I gotta hold this and pee in it, and like, nah, I'm gonna just sit. So you have to roll your shirt up and tuck it underneath your bra, so that that way they could see your whole stomach, and then pull your pants all the way down to your ankles. Okay, so that's what you have to do if you're a girl. Usually just listen to them, what they say, okay? This is just my experience. Listen to what they tell you. And that's the other thing. Sometimes they'll say stuff fast, but you have to just be paying attention, okay? So you need to be awake at this point. Not like how I am right now. And I have no, like, problems with it. Like, if you guys are scared, they don't care. They literally do this every day, okay? They know what you look like. They know what body parts you have. That's all right. So you're rolling your shirt up, you tuck it in your bra, and then you pull your pants down to your ankles. And the lady I had was super nice. She was super chill. I mean, most of the people there weren't like yelling at us or whatever, unless you really just weren't paying attention. It was like you were gonna get yelled at if you just were not paying attention. If you were respectful, use your yes ma'am, no ma'am, paid attention, then you were fine. Like, there was no hardships, like, okay? And so, sat down, peed, and I had the cup. It was like I was looking down, I had the cup in my hand, peed. And like, you guys know how sometimes you can't pee because you think someone's listening or something like that. And so I thought, I was like, oh crap, I'm not gonna be able to. Nah, I had to go. After that last bottle of water, I had to go, and I just went. And then right after that, so I went, she's like, okay, now this is what you're gonna do. Just remember, pay attention. This is what you're gonna do. Put the cup down on the floor. Do not flush the toilet. Okay? I have to sneeze again. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay, so she's like, put the cup down on the floor. Wipe. Pull your pants up. Fasten your pants. Bring the cup up to me. Brought the cup up to her. How it was laid out was I was in a stall. Okay, door was open, think of like a large stall, door was open. She was standing right across from me. So she's looking at everything, okay? Right on the side of her was a window into a little office, and people are in there, and it's open. It's an open window, okay? This is where I was. It was an open window. She was standing right there, right next to the open window, and I was this way, like in the stall. So only she could see me. But yeah, so that way you have to pee in front of her. That way, you know, she's watching you, or if you're a guy, I don't know how they do it in the guys. But then you bring the thing up to her, don't flush the toilet, bring up to her, put it on the seat, or put on the little window seal where the window is, and they're in there, and they're gonna test your pee. They're gonna see if do the pregnancy test. They're gonna do like a drug test in there, blah blah blah. And then after that's done, she's like, okay, now dump the pee back in the toilet, flush the toilet, wash your hands, come out. Okay, so that was that. So mind you, so right after that, after I peed, they opened the main bathroom door. They're like, okay, well, come out. You gotta do your next thing. So I was like, okay. So I was like trying to wash my hands, like, hurry, hurry. So I'm like, okay. So I'm washing my hands, and they're like, okay, go into this room with all these girls. So I'm like, all right. So it was me and like 4 other girls, and they're like, okay, take your clothes off. So we just left the bra on and the underwear on. Pro tip, all right. Pro tip, if you don't know, do not wear lacy underwear, do not wear lacy bras, do not wear booty cheeks out, do not wear thongs, okay? It should just be, I wore some granny panties. It was like, they were like high-waisted, no booty cheek, just nice. They kind of look like, think of high-waisted bikini bottoms, because they look kind of shorts, but like, that's like what kind of underwear I got. I have the box somewhere, I just don't know. I just went to Walmart. You can go to Walmart or Target, whatever. Get yourself some nice ones. Some girls are wearing like more lacy underwear with like their booty cheeks out, not like, not really thongs, but it was kind of like that. They didn't say anything about it, but you should still, because again, this is just my experience, and they were kind of moving us along. So I wouldn't, don't risk it. You're gonna just get yourself some granny panties, go to Walmart, go to Target, get yourself some granny panties. The bra shouldn't be like lace, all lace, see-through or whatever. I got a Victoria's Secret bra, but it's just plain black. It has like a little lace at the top, but nothing like crazy. Like, I'll show you. Like this is literally the lace that was on it, and that's on there, so. And the rest of it's just plain. And this is an old bra, so it's bigger, because I had this when I was bigger, so before my boob shrank. But it was like but because it was bigger, it was like full coverage. So I was they wasn't gonna ding me on that. Okay, so now time for they look at your body. So we all stood in a row, all of us girls, and they had us do like, one lady was showing us the movements and the other lady was watching us. So it was like movements, put your arms out, turn them, do wrist things, put your hands up, throw them to the side without slapping. You're supposed to like real quick without doing that. You're just supposed to really quick down. Can't really do it on here, but just like a around. They'll show you. Then the duck walk. Okay, been practicing the duck walk for I don't know how long, guys. I thought I was gonna have to duck walk from a mile. Like, no, it was again, could have been my experience, but I had to maybe take 4 steps up, turn 4 steps back, and it wasn't nothing. I was stressing over the duck walk, you guys. I don't know why, because I was like, oh, I don't know. But I was stretching for it, all this stuff. And then they want you to like like squat, but like on your tippy toes, legs together, you know, just seeing motion stuff, making sure you have mobility and everything. And then you have to like be in the squat on your toes, and then like slam your knees to the ground. And it was tile, and so it didn't hurt, but it was just like kind of like, ouch, like that's tile. You're slamming your knees on tile, but it should be, they don't want to boom, they just want that doesn't make any sense. They want your knees to hit the ground at the same time and stuff like that. And you got to walk on your knees on some things and stuff like that. None of us did it like perfectly, like perfect, maybe some of them probably did, but I know I didn't do it like perfect. So, but they were gonna just see if you had the mobility. So I think that was good. They took my weight. Okay. So going back, mind you, I drank about 1 liter of water. Okay. To pee. I drank 1 liter of water to pee. And that morning I was probably like 175 before I drank the water. Okay. Peed. Then I went and they rushed me to go do the weight and everything like that. So when I stood on the scale, I was 177. Probably would have been 175 if I would have done that first and then drank all the water so that I could pee in the cup. But no, drank all the water, then had to go and get on the scale. I was 177. And mind you, before this, when I was at my recruiters, they had me at like 5'8", then they said 5'7", then I was 5'6", so I was 5'6.5". And so I was like, okay, I gotta get down. So I went all the way down to 173, and then I went to my recruiters again, and he was like, no, you're 5'8.5". So he put me down as 5'9", okay? My recruiter put me down as 5'9", and I was like, 5'9"? He's like, well, 5'8.5". He's like, that's fine, you could be 5'8.5". So when I went there, and even when I was 177, when I weighed on the scale, I was like, well, that's fine, because 5'8.5" or 5'8", my max is 180, 186. I'm chilling. I'm like, I'm 10 pounds under my max, like, whatever. Tell me why. They measured me, and I'm 5'7", and my max is 175. Okay, so that means I was 2 pounds over my max that morning. 2 pounds over my max that morning, and basically they were like, okay, we're gonna tape you. Taping means they tape your neck, your waist, and your hips and see what body fat after they do the calculations of all that. And I already knew I was not gonna be 28%, because that's the max if you do body fat. I'm like, I ain't no 28% body fat, so whatever. But I already knew I wasn't gonna swear in that day, because like I said, recently I had to come back, so I wasn't stressing about it. But they were just like, you know what, you're gonna have to get taped. They taped me, and they were like, first lady who taped me, they calculated it out, I was 36%. The second lady who taped me, because they need like an official person to tape, I was 34%. So they left it at 34% body fat with the tapings. And I was just like, and they're like, well, you didn't pass this. I was kind of annoyed, because I really would have, I'm like, can you guys just wait? Because I can pee out this water and I'll be right at 175 and like I'll be good. Because the lady was like, you were 2 pounds, like, oh, you're so close. I'm like, yeah, because I had to drink so much water. I'm like, just wait a while. But no, they didn't do that. So I was over my max by 2, and I didn't meet body fat percentage, which I already knew I was. No, not for a minute, okay? But whatever, so that happened. So then they give you these like little frocks, like the paper frocks you put on, paper gowns you put on for the like doctors or whatever. So you do that. That's when you take all your clothes off. You're just in the room with the doctor. And basically they just, if you're a girl, how my experience was, they just check your breasts. So like they'll feel around, make sure you don't have any lumps, bumps, whatever. They'll check your stomach. They'll have your legs, like you'll be like this with your knees, and then she'll just have you open your knees so they can like look at all of your stuff and just check everything. So they'll check from like the boobs all the way to your lady parts. So again, my lady was like, 2 older ladies look like they've seen it, okay? It's not a big deal. It really isn't. I think it was me, other girls, I think somebody was older than me, And I think the rest were about my age. And then the one girl was like 17 maybe. So I think she was kind of freaking out a little bit. But I was like, it's nothing, girl. Like, they just gotta check you and they gotta look and stuff. It's nothing. Don't be freaked out about that. You're going to the military. You're gonna have to shower naked with a whole bunch of girls, like, for your basic training. So you're fine. Okay, so one thing, I was on the table and the lady looked down and she's like, what are all these stretch marks from on your stomach? I just looked up like, rude. So because of all the weight loss, I just told her, I was just like, yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I was really fat. And she was just like, oh, you did? How much weight did you lose? I was like 50 something. She's like, wow, that's great. And then the other lady who was there, we all started talking about it. Then we started talking about keto and all this stuff like that. But it was just funny because in the beginning, I'm sure she thought like, because my stomach, it looks like I gave birth to twins and just didn't recover well. Like, from the weight loss, I've had stretch marks and like loose skin on my stomach since like middle school and stuff. So like I'm used to it. Obviously, I've lived with it for so long. But like for other people, it probably looks like I like had a baby. So they were probably just, because when she looked at me, she's like, and how old are you? I was like, oh, 23. And she's like, okay. My body's all old and tattered, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. I got an old lady body. But your girl working on it. Let me tell you guys, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss really takes a toll on your body. So yeah, so I'm sure she thought like, I had like a kid or I gave birth or I was pregnant or something like that. But I was just like, no, I was just fat. I just lost some weight. And that's what that's from. And I was like, I carry it all like in my stomach and in my thighs. Like that's where my loose skin is. That's where my fat always is. That's my fat is. That's where my loose skin is. That's where all my stretch marks are. So like, I don't know what to tell y'all, like, but I'm never been pregnant. No. So she's like, okay, whatever. So that was fine. We're getting to the end kind of my day because I knew I was going to leave earlier than everybody else because I couldn't swear in and everything like that. I was just doing the physical. So I'm sitting down, they pulled me into this room with another guy to talk about my medical, and he's just like, you know, you can't swear in today. Like everybody was saying that, like when I went to I'm like, I understand that, that's fine. My recruiter called me, it's okay. This part in the room, he was going through my medical paperwork and he was like, yeah, so older gentleman, all the like doctors who like went over my paperwork with me, like they were all older, like 70s and up, I think. And this guy, he was going over my paperwork and he was like, yeah, so I see that you failed the weight. And I said, yes, sir, I understand that. And then I was just kind of like, I wish I would have taken I was thinking like, man, I really wish I would have, you know, peed after. But I said, yeah, I was 2 pounds away. And he was like, well, no, you should be way below that because your body fat percentage is really high and you should be way below that for how old you are. And I was like, I understand that, sir. Okay, so this is the only time the whole day where I was kind of just like, not frustrated. I was just like annoyed kind of because, so this older gentleman was just like, you shouldn't be at this weight. Like this, you're too big, like all this stuff. And I'm just sitting like, I understand, sir, I understand. And at one point I just basically said, I understand that, sir. I previously lost 50 pounds. I'm still going. I'm not done yet. And he was like, yeah, but you still need to lose like a lot more weight, like a lot. And he just kept like pressing that. And I'm just sitting there taking it like this. Like, I understand. Yes, I get it. I'm fat, man. Come on. Like, let's like move along. So this wasn't even Air Force stuff anymore. He was just telling me like, I need to lose weight because I'm too fat, which like, this is the thing. I already know, like he moved beyond like the Air Force. He was basically like trying to be like, this isn't healthy for you. You need to be below. He said, you know, 25 is normal weight. Anything above 30 is obese. You need to be below because they had measured me at like 35% body fat. And I've had people on my Instagram, Snapchat, all these social media, and they're just like, why is your body fat so high? I'm like, y'all, I don't know, because I'm fat. I'm like, I'm telling you, all my weight is held in my stomach and in my thighs. Like, that's where all my weight is held. So if you look at my, like, maybe upper body, it doesn't, people are like, you don't look 34% body fat. I'm like, well, that's because you don't see it, because it's hidden well because I wear clothes, obviously. So, and then obviously the loose skin and stuff like that, the hanging stomach and everything like that, it holds a lot more body fat. So I just said, yes, I understand that, sir. I previously lost 50 pounds. I'm still going down. Like, I'm not done. I understand that I need to be at a certain weight, but I'm still going. Like, why do you think I'm trying to go in the military, like, get my weight together and everything like that? And I have been for the military. He just wouldn't let it go. And that was the only thing that was kind of irking me, because I was like, I get it. Like, he even was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write, he wrote down like a BMI website, and he was like, you need to go on here when you get home and put in the body fat of 25 or whatever. And he's like, keep going down on your weight. And once you hit 25%, that's what weight you need to be at. And I was like, okay, sir, thank you. Which, the other thing about that is it doesn't account for muscle. So there's that too. I'm not too worried about it, because if you follow me on my social medias, like, I'm working on it. Like, I have been working on it, and I'm about to put up some like before and afters. Like, I understand. Okay, like, go through the rest of my paperwork. But no, he was really just stuck on the weight. So, which was fine. It was I don't know what to tell you guys about that. That was kind of annoying, but just because I was like, I wasn't denying it, but he was making a big deal about it, and I'm like, I understand. Like, I'm not saying I'm like a super healthy person or whatever, but I'm getting there. So, but obviously he doesn't know that. Like, he doesn't know that I lost 50 pounds, that I work out a lot and I'm eating better and everything like that. So he doesn't know. So obviously it wasn't really him. I'm not faulting him or whatever. It was kind of just annoying to me. That was the only thing. And whatever, it was early, whatever. We'll just chalk it up to he really cared about my height and weight and about my health. We'll just chalk it up to that. And then I went to go sit down again. And mind you, girls are first, okay? When I went to my MEPS, and I've heard this for other people's experience, girls are first, okay? There's not that many of us like where I was. So every time there was a line of people that were like sitting down, the boys move over one so a girl can get in the front. So if like there's a row of seats and there's a whole bunch of boys there, all the boys have to move down one so the girl is first. That's just how it was with mine. And then at one point, I went to go sit in the back, and they're like, Harris, what are you doing? And they're like, get up here. And they're like, boys, move down. I'm like, I don't want to see you in the back anymore. And then they're like, you know what to do. And then they're like, now sit. They're like, now take a seat, ma'am. And I was like, okay, thank you. I was like, yes, sir. But I heard all the boys, me and the two other girls in the front, were just like laughing, because all the boys were, again, we're never gonna finish. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, calm down, it's okay. There's not that many girls. Like, we're gonna get finished before you anyway. We got to do some different things. So don't get mad about that. If you're a guy watching this, just do it. Air Force is all about, you know, integrity and honesty and courtesy, and they're gonna, of course it's girls first. What you mean, gentlemen? Come on, gentlemen and ladies. Yeah, so that shouldn't irk you too much. At this point, it was about 12. And the wall had kind of hit, because I was just like, I'm feeling it. I was like, I'm feeling the tiredness. And I told the girl beside me, I was like, I'm feeling tired. She's like, yeah, because we haven't moved anymore. Like, now we're just sitting and waiting. Because when you're up and moving, going the stations, you're like awake, you know. But when you're just sitting there, but don't stay up, okay? So then I'm sitting there, and all I hear is like, Harris. And I'm like, yes. But they're looking for my file. So little side thing, they thought they lost my file, which was crazy. And then they're like, well, maybe we shredded it. And I was like, what? And I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh, who lost my file? Where is my file? Da, da, da. I didn't know what the file was that they lost. And one lady was just like, she's just gonna have to redo it. She's gonna have to redo it. I'm like, redo what? I already peed, I gave the blood, like what else do you need? They found the file, so good. I didn't have to redo whatever it was. Sat down for a while more, And they basically brought me up and was just like, hey, so you know you can't dep in today? I'm like, yes, I understand, sir. You can go home, basically. So what I had to do was gather all the paperwork they gave me, and then I went to the front to go sign out. Had to do the fingerprinting and stuff, which you're going to be doing a lot of fingerprinting and stuff like that. And then I went to the Air Force liaison people, and they're like, all right, well, do you want to wait for the bus? Because it's not going to leave till way later. Or do you want to go with a family member? And I live like an hour and a half from my MEPS station. So I was like, but I didn't want to wait like 4 or 5 hours for the shuttle. And then if I would have rode the shuttle, I would have had to drive home again, because the shuttle from my house is like 30 minutes. So then I had my sister come get me. So she was on the road. While I was on the road, I was talking to some Air Force people. I ate some lunch because I finally got to eat. They had a cafeteria, or you can go get like a sandwich or something like that. Go do that. We were watching Up in the cafeteria. That was nice. And then came back out and was talking to some more people. Talking to a lot of just rude people, you know. I talked to a lot of people, you know, there. Because we were just like in like the main area lobby kind of thing now. So it was just me and some guys talking about Air Force or whatever, and you know, stuff like that. So that was nice. One of the guys was like, that was the worst thing I've ever been through. Or that was the hardest thing I've ever done, or something like that. And I was just like, it was? And he was like, yes, I'm so tired now. I've never been so tired. I'm like, look, it was a long day, long 2 days, but I think I was expecting it to be harder, maybe because I didn't go through the last bit of it. But I mean, we were all, when I was about to leave, we were all at the same place. So I was just like, it really wasn't that bad. And I think it's because I was able to sleep the night before, those couple hours, like 9:30 to 3 a.m. I slept that was nice. But it wasn't that bad. Like everybody there was pretty nice. I talked to I didn't talk to a lot of people. I kept to myself a lot because you just need to, you know, just keep to yourself. Don't talk a lot, you know, all this stuff. But like, there was places where you could talk, or like, be like, oh, okay, what branch you in? Oh, nice, okay. Like just little things like that. The doctors, some of them will talk to you. Like one of them was really nice. She was like, you good, girl? I'm like, you know, as long as you're, like I said, as long as you're respectful and you know what's going on and you're paying attention, like it should fly by, honestly. So my sister came and got me. I had to go sign out in the front again, get my luggage in the little cubby, not my luggage, but like my backpack in the cubbies. Officer was like, hey, Harris, and I was like, here, and he's like, okay, your sister's here. Went outside, and then I left. And then we were about to get on the freeway and my car stalled, and 2 MEPS. Just got out of MEPS, picked up by this one. About to go on the freeway, the car stalled, and these 2 people back here are helping us push the car. So
yeah, they are.
Yes,
because we didn't want to.
There's 2 big dudes doing it back there. I can't. I'm by myself. So yeah, just got helped over on the road by these 2 strapping young men, and thank you again. My goodness, thank you. And yeah, AAA's coming. So
in 30 minutes, I'm hungry.
I'm so hungry. I'm tired. I'm hungry, and the car wants to stop. Okay, update, y'all. We good. The AAA guy came, gave us gas. We went to a gas station, got filled up. My thing, like my screen, will say that I'm like I have gas, but I don't. This is. So that was an adventure. And then we had to drive like an hour and a half back home. And that was yesterday. I came home around, I don't know, it was dark, so I don't know. I probably came home around, I don't know, 6, 7 maybe. All today, basically, I've been like drinking a lot of water, eating food, and sleeping. Like I've just been sleepy today, y'all. It's Saturday, so I'm gonna have to message my recruiter probably Monday so we can get started on all this. I'm gonna keep losing the weight because I want to be lower than obviously my max is 175. like now I know because it's in the system, 5'7". So max 175. So I'm trying to get to like 170 before I go again. But I know I probably look so tired because I am. Hopefully you guys got a lot from this. I hope that I shed some light maybe on things you didn't know. Sorry, I'm so tired right now. I just wanted to get it all out so that way I don't forget the little things. If I do, I think that's pretty much everything. If I do miss anything, leave it down in the comments below. I'll probably do like a MEPS Q&A. So if you have any questions, leave them down below, or yeah, do that. I'll probably do a Q&A thing on my Instagram and then do a video with those questions as well, because I know that there's little things that some people want to know that I wanted to look up. I don't know, whatever you can think of if you have questions. So next step for me is talk to my recruiter this week about getting the waiver and going and doing that, and then going back up to MEPS. Hopefully I can swear in next time. So that's about it, y'all. I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep. You're gonna be tired, but I finished my test and I finished the main physical part. So your girl is good right now. I'm feeling good. You got any, I'll probably do another ASVAB video because I know a lot of people are like, what's on the test? I'm not, it's different tests for everybody, but I'll probably be like, well, what formulas you should know and stuff like that. Thanks for sticking along. Like this video if you thought it was helpful. Hopefully you did. Hopefully there's something new you learned. If it was helpful and you think somebody could benefit from it, please share it and subscribe so you can keep up with what's going on next, because y'all, this roller coaster that I'm on just won't stop. Like it's like I got to the finish line and they're like, nah, you're gonna take another ride. So like I'm just keep going. That's crazy. This is like a movie. I don't know what's going on. This is drama. This is soap opera stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye guys. See you later. Thanks for joining me. All right, deuces. Get out of here.